I never liked the phrase, "I'm sorry for your loss." My uncle is being buried here. He was a bachelor, and he is being buried with his parents and his other brother. My uncle mattered to my family in a very special way. He got to know all three of my children. My mother never knew any of them. She died in 2001, and my firstborn came along in 2003. And I always felt, because of that, he made it a point to be present in their lives until his own health deteriorated. To be honest, I think I've missed him long before he passed away. Slowly, he lost everything: his mobility, his independence, no longer could drive. He was not willing to accept help when it was offered. And when he was admitted to the hospital, I went to go see him. I was very apprehensive. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know if he'd be angry at me or yell at me to get out. We had a good relationship, but those final months were tough. And when I got to the room, I poked my head into the room and I saw him sitting there staring at a blank television screen. And it took him a while to recognize that someone was in the room with him. But when he did, to my relief, he was very welcoming. He knew what was happening. And we said everything that needed to be said. The I love yous, the thank yous. He was asking about my children, despite the condition that he was in. You know, he was the uncle I could do the best impression of. I won't do it for you here, but I think we all have an uncle like that. When I was 10 years old, he took me to see Jaws, me and my brother. And last year they re-released Jaws in the theaters for the 50th anniversary. And I was so disappointed I wasn't able to take him. So I heard a lot of, "I'm sorry for your loss" this weekend. Why is it my loss? Weren't you my uncle's friend too? Aren't you going to miss him? My parents are buried here. This place doesn't change. How you arrive here does. I'm 60 years old. When my father was 60 and walked through these doors, he was already a widower. And I'm older now than my mother ever became. There's a spot reserved for me too. My parents. And I will be sharing this space with my wife and her parents. My mother-in-law passed away in 2020. And when we reserved this space over 25 years ago, the concept of my own passing seemed so far away. It no longer does. And maybe that's why I've never warmed up to the phrase, "I'm sorry for your loss." Because the longer you live, you start to realize the losses don't always happen all at once.